Marvin Denny here for Elberton Net today, and got some friends helping friends and some great friends to our community, some great people. I'm looking down on the corner, and who have we got down here today?
Hey, Crystal Thomas.
Crystal Thomas and Sandy Adams.
I can't remember.
What's your name?
Oh man.
Is it Mecole?
I think his name may be Mecole Hardman. This is a special time, a special event tonight. If you haven't been here, you need to come. You need to be part of this, because I sat back there and cried and laughed and everything else. My daughter is a special needs teacher in Oglethorpe, and I hear a lot of this all the time, and it's just a special situation. When life starts for you, the clock starts ticking, and you start at Bowman Elementary.
Yep.
And then you go to Elbert Middle School, Elbert County Middle School. You go to Elbert County High School. You go to the University of Georgia. You go to Kansas City. I've been all those places, done all those things, but somehow you end up back here.
Right.
At this, with these kids. And Mecole, why is it that this means this much to you?
I guess like been doing it so long, like just being part of the group, since like middle school, and just coming up with all the kids, and like I think you feel like whenever you like this, the kids mean more than like what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of get a different perspective of your take on life. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different energy, a different vibe, and this when you can come be yourself with the kids. Obviously they know who I am, but like they don't know the specifics of like exactly what I do and stuff like that. I play football, but they see me for me, and they like me for me, and the energy that I bring, and it's just good to be around the kids and just to be yourself around them, and give back, in a little thing. So it's like something like this you don't really want to miss, like, and I like being part of it. Actually, it's pretty fun, and you get to see new faces, or if it's a new kid here and there, like just to, introduce yourself to them. And a lot of kids I actually grew up working with through middle school, through high school, and just to come back and see them, it's just like it's a good thing to do.
Sandy, you two, who I don't know if y'all go back as far with him, because I coached him in 10-year-old basketball. Y'all don't know this, but he's really a basketball player in football uniform. But Sandy, the best story you've got. You got a good Mecole story. You got to have one, right? Both of y'all. Have you got a good story that you can tell me right now about this guy?
Well, just yesterday he worked out, early morning workout, and then hopped on a plane as fast as he could to get here in time for the basketball game, and he led the team to beat the coaches 250-0. So, we're still undefeated. We can't do it without
I
him.
said he was a basketball player. You got a good one? You got a Mecole story?
I got lots of them.
Give me the best one. Give me one make us cry.
Oh Lord. Don't say
Well, one's about to happen tonight. I've got a student, ex-student, whose dream is to ride in a Lamborghini, and Mecole is about to make it happen for him.
Yeah.
And then in middle school, he would help me in my classroom, and he would come in, and the kids would, they loved him, and he didn't care who they were. He would take one of our students who was in a wheelchair. We would put him in her lap, her in his lap, and he would sit and rock her. And I mean, he loved them. And then at camp and stuff in the summertime, he would always make an appearance and play ball with them. I mean, he always found time, even when he was in high school and he had workouts and stuff, to come. And he always did come if we asked him. He was there. And sometimes he'd show up and we didn't even know he was coming. And they love him. They really do love him. And they look for him.
Mecole, thousands of people cheer for you. Stadium's full. I mean, I know you've played Alabama. You've played in the Super Bowl. You played Calhoun. I know you'd like one more shot at them. Tell you a little thing about Mecole after the Calhoun game. That was his last game for Elbert County. And we were getting the stuff up, and it was heartbreaking. It was tough. That was a tough one to lose. And they went on and won the state championship, and we probably lost the state championship that night. But you know, I can remember them getting on the bus, and I looked out, and at midfield on one knee, praying, was Mecole Hardman. And I hope everybody knows that part of him, because I've got a story that I'll tell, and I've told it to him several times, but I don't care. It's just a great story. I got the opportunity with his dad and Ray Hood to coach a 10-year-old Elberton County basketball all-star team. And we had a really good team, and my mama, who, like your mama,
Right.
was the law. And when she said it, we did it. And she played the piano in the church, and she was big in the church, and I sat beside her on the piano. And she said, son, you always pray. You pray first. And I asked my team, I said, you know, guys, I want somebody on the team to pray. Now, we're not going to pray to win. We're going to pray that nobody gets hurt, and then after the game, that you can go up and look your mama, and she's happy the way you acted. That's all we're going to pray. Mecole's hand goes up. He said, I'll do it. I'll do it. We get to the state championship, and we are playing in Thompson, a team from Warner Robins. The gym is packed, and it's like a high school game. These are 10-year-old guys, okay? And we had to show up, had to have our uniforms on. They have no dressing rooms. And our old competitive coach Marvin is all fired up, ready to go, and they're standing at midcourt with the ball, and we're getting ready. And the coach says, bring them on, coach. We're ready to go. And I feel something pulling on my shirt from behind. It's Mecole. He says, where do we go, coach? I said, we got to play, Mecole. We got to play. He says, coach, where do we go pray? Where do we go pray? And I thought, and it just, I said, Mecole, take us where you think we need to be. He took the team down to the free throw line with everybody in the gym waiting, everybody watching. They go on one knee. They hold hands. And I'm not too proud to say I was crying like a baby. And I looked up in the stands, and rec director at the time, Greg Johnson, was crying. And half the parents were crying. And I just shook my head, and I said, you know what? We already won. Now we just go play basketball. But we just won. He led them in that. And this is a part of Mecole that everybody needs to understand. I, through the years doing basketball and football on the radio around towns, have had people ask me, Marvin, what was the best play you ever saw Mecole do? Was it Calhoun? Was it Westminster when he had 500 yards and went back? What was the best? I said it was in Thompson, Georgia, at a 10-year-old rec basketball game. That was the best thing I ever saw Mecole Hardman do. And I know how important that is to you. And I know that you share that with everybody around you. And to me, that's got to be what gives you the heart for this. And I know a lot of that comes from Mama, for sure.
Right, yep.
Okay, I'll give you a couple one-word things. First thing hits your mind, Mama.
A lot. Oh, man. Queen. Oh, man. That mama's a lot. It means a lot to me. My mama means a lot to me, man. But I just feel like she's like the one word I can strive her is like just this one word would be strong. You know, but.
What about these kids?
Blessings. Like, yeah, that's the one word, you know, is definitely blessing. I think it's, like I say, the kids, they just make you look at life a whole lot differently, you know. Once you think you got it bad, you know, you really don't got it as bad as you think you got it, you know. So I kind of always look at it like that. It's like, you know, whenever you feel like, you know, something going wrong or, you know, you just feel like life is hard, you know, which, you know, to us it's really not. It's like, you know, but I think, you know, thinking about the kids, like, you know, imagine how they feel, you know, like what they go through on a daily basis besides what we go through, you know, waking up and brushing our teeth, washing our face at will, and you know, I really worry about nothing, you know, walking, you know, or, you know, going to even read a book or read the text messages, you know, it's like small things I think we take for granted a lot, and I think when you around them, it kind of like open you back up to like, you know, like not take too much for granted, you know, so that's kind of like how I look at that.
Ladies, I'm gonna give both of y'all a question. Give y'all one word. Well, 2 words. Mecole Hardman. Sandy, you first.
super friend comes to mind. Just what he's done for our kids is absolutely incredible, priceless. And I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about, you know, like I said, him hopping on a plane. You know, not just this year, but in 2019 before COVID hit, he did the same thing. Played, you know, against the Broncos. Finished the game about 11 o'clock at night. He was here by 1 o'clock for the 1 o'clock game. And just things like that. He does not have to do that kind of stuff, but he does. And when he walks into the hall or sets foot in this school, they go absolutely crazy. And it's life-changing.
Mecole Hardman.
Humble.
I think that's well put. Mecole, I've talked to you this before, just you and I, but football, and you are right there. This is your job. This is what you do, and I know a lot of people probably don't understand as much as you do now that NFL is a job. It's not like putting the Blue Devil jersey on or something like that. It is an absolute job. Let's just say 10 years. Let's say 10 years. Where do you see Mecole Hardman 10 years from now?
Ooh, 10 years. That's be.
I didn't say this would be easy now.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, hopefully, you know, God willing, that I have a great career, and I can put my family and myself in situations where like be set for life type thing, and never got worried. So like 10 years, I hope I'm doing something like giving back wise, like something like this, or just anything where I can give back and give back to the kids. I know I pretty positive I'll be doing something involving kids. I don't know what it might be though, but definitely I definitely want to be part of this for sure for however long I can. And so yeah, 10 years, man. Hopefully I'm set and can give back to the kids, give back to the community, whether it may be, and just maybe on TV somewhere, talking, hosting or something like that. So it's kind of what I'll be thinking about.
Well, people will talk about in a community the size of us. Have you got a natural resource? And I guess some people would say granite, maybe, or something like that. I tend to think the greatest resource in our community is the people in our community. And one of our greatest resources is Mecole Hardman. And the fact he's a resource is because he allows himself. All we have to do is ask and use our natural resource. He's always willing to say yes, and for that, I thank you for the community. I thank you for these great ladies who mean so much to these kids. And I thank you from an old basketball coach that you made me remember that we pray before we play.
Yes, sir.
For Elberton Net, thank you for watching. Till we see Mecole again.